Around the world there are regions where logic fails, reality bends, and countless people vanish without a trace. Known as mysterious triangles, these places defy explanation. They're marked by strange disappearances, bizarre electromagnetic anomalies, and whispers of the paranormal. Are they cursed? Are they gateways to other dimensions? Or could they be hiding something far darker? We're all familiar with the Bermuda Triangle, so today we uncover the chilling stories of 5 other infamous triangles and the ominous disappearances that keep us questioning what lies beneath their shadows. Deep in the forests of Vermont lies the Bennington Triangle, a region of eerie silence and unexplained vanishings. Located near Glastonbury Mountain, this area has been a hotspot for disappearances dating back to the 1940s. The local Native American tribes warned that the land was cursed, believing it to be home to strange forces that could consume those who wandered too far. The mountain itself is eerily devoid of wildlife. The most unsettling fact, many who vanished in the Bennington Triangle have never been found, leaving only speculation and fear in their wake. In 1945, a 74-year-old experienced woodsman, Middy Rivers, was leading a group of hunters through the area when he mysteriously vanished without a trace. He was walking ahead of the group when they lost sight of him near a bend in the trail. When they reached the spot, Rivers was gone, without any footprints or signs of a struggle. A massive search operation combed the area for weeks, but nothing was ever found. The only clue? A single rifle cartridge was discovered near a stream where he was last seen, as if it had been placed there deliberately. A year later, 18-year-old college student Paula Weldon disappeared while hiking in the same area. She said she was going for a short walk and was last seen by a passing driver who claimed she looked bewildered as she stepped into the forest. When she failed to return, a massive search ensued, with bloodhounds reportedly tracking her scent to the same location where Middy Rivers had vanished, before it abruptly stopped, as if she had been plucked from the earth. No evidence was ever recovered. Some theorists suggest they fell victim to a hidden sinkhole, but others believe something far more sinister was at play. Perhaps they slipped into another dimension. To this day, their cases remain 2 of Vermont's greatest unsolved mysteries. Located near Japan, the Dragon's Triangle, also known as the Devil's Sea, has been feared for centuries. Ancient Japanese legends tell of sea dragons that would drag ships into the depths, but the modern mystery is even stranger. In the 1940s and 1950s, at least 5 Japanese military vessels disappeared in this area, taking more than 700 crew members with them. In 1944, during the World War II, a Japanese fighter pilot, Takeo Taguchi, vanished over the Dragon's Triangle. Before losing contact, Taguchi reported strange lights circling his aircraft and unusual turbulence that felt unnatural. His plane disappeared from radar moments later. No wreckage was ever found. Witnesses from nearby fishing boats later claimed they saw a glowing object enter the ocean shortly after Taguchi's last transmission. In another chilling incident, the Japanese research vessel Kaiomaru No. 5 disappeared in 1952 while on a mission to study volcanic activity in the Triangle. The vessel, carrying 22 crew members and a team of scientists, vanished without warning, leaving behind no distress signals or signs of trouble. When search parties were dispatched, they encountered a volcanic eruption, but not a single piece of debris to be found. Adding to the mystery, nearby fishermen later reported seeing strange lights hovering above the water on the night the ship disappeared. Theories about the Dragon's Triangle are as varied as its mysteries. We know the area sits on a tectonic fault line, but more ships disappeared than there are documented eruptions. Is it a hotspot for UFO activity, with strange craft emerging from the sea? Could this be a sister phenomenon to the Bermuda Triangle? The Alaskan Triangle. In Alaska, there's a region where more than 16,000 people have disappeared since 1988. The Alaskan Triangle stretches from Anchorage to Barrow to Juneau, encompassing some of the most remote terrain in the world. One of the most notable disappearances happened in 1972, when a plane carrying 2 US congressmen, Hale Boggs and Nick Begich vanished. Despite one of the largest search and rescue missions in US history, no wreckage was ever found. Locals speak of strange lights in the sky and bizarre compass malfunctions in the area, hinting at something unnatural. On February 24, 2004, Rick Hills vanished without a trace. He had just returned from Anchorage, but he never made it home. His truck was found stranded in the snow, out of gas, the engine cold. His wallet and cash sat untouched on the front seat. Footprints led away from the vehicle, trailing deep into the frozen wilderness. Then they just stopped. Rescue teams scoured the ground but found nothing. It was as if he had simply disappeared. Some believe he fell victim to the Kushtaka, a shape-shifting creature said to lure travelers to their doom, while others point to a possible alien abduction. Some tie the Alaska Triangle to indigenous legends of the Kushtaka. Some think it otherworldly, and others blame HAARP, a real US government project studying the ionosphere. Could HAARP's experiments be creating electromagnetic disturbances that disrupt navigation and communication, or even open rifts in space-time? The Bridgewater Triangle. Unlike its larger counterparts, the Bridgewater Triangle is a compact but intensely eerie region in southeastern Massachusetts. It is a so-called paranormal vortex with 3 points in Abington, Rehoboth and Freetown, and is home to the Hockomock Swamp, nicknamed the Swamp of Evil by the indigenous Wampanoag people. Reports range from glowing orbs of light floating through the trees to phantom voices, and even giant winged creatures like the Thunderbird. Some say it's cursed land tied to the tragic history of King Philip's War, a bloody conflict between colonists and Native Americans in the 1600s. In 1978, we saw the disappearance of Harold Jacobs, who ventured into the infamous swamp to investigate reports of strange glowing lights. Witnesses reported seeing Harold approach the lights, which seemed to hover just above the swamp's surface. Hours later, when Harold didn't return, search teams combed the swamp but found no trace of him. No footprints or even a trail to follow. The only clue was a circular scorch mark on the ground where Harold was last seen, as if something had burned the earth from above. In 1980, a young man named Timothy Lyons disappeared after venturing into the swamp to search for a ghostly fire. Friends who accompanied him said Lyons became entranced by the flickering light and wandered off into the mist, ignoring their calls to return. When authorities searched for him the following day, all they found were his footprints leading deep into the swamp before vanishing entirely. Historians suggest the area's dark energy stems from King Philip's War, and some believe the land is cursed, while others theorize that the triangle is a thin spot between dimensions, a portal where people can simply vanish. The Michigan Triangle. The Michigan Triangle, located within Lake Michigan, has claimed countless lives and baffled investigators for over a century. Stretching from Ludington to Benton Harbor to Manitowoc, this freshwater enigma is notorious for sudden storms, strange lights, and eerie disappearances. One of its most infamous mysteries occurred in 1950 when Northwest Orient Flight 2501 disappeared in the Triangle with 58 people on board. The last communication from the pilot reported encountering severe turbulence, and shortly after, all contact was lost. Small pieces of debris were later found floating on the lake's surface, but the main fuselage and bodies of the victims were never recovered. Witnesses on the shoreline reported strange glowing lights in the sky around the time the aircraft vanished. The Michigan Triangle is also home to bizarre maritime disappearances. In 1937, Captain George R. Donner vanished under baffling circumstances aboard the Ohm McFarland, a freighter crossing the Triangle. After successfully navigating the ship through icy waters, Captain Donner retired to his cabin for a rest. Hours later, when the crew knocked on his door, there was no response. Breaking down the locked door, they found the cabin completely empty. Donner had vanished without a trace. Despite extensive searches of the freighter and the surrounding waters, no body or evidence was ever found. Strangely, Donner's cabin windows were locked from the inside. Could the Michigan Triangle be hiding something beneath its surface? Some theorists suggest it's linked to an underwater pyramid structure detected by sonar in the 1980s. Others believe the triangle is a focal point for UFO activity. Whatever the cause, its secrets remain unsolved. These triangles may be scattered across the globe, but their mysteries are eerily similar. Ships, planes and people vanish without a trace. Strange lights dance across the sky, and time itself seems to warp as reality bends in inexplicable ways. Are these regions naturally dangerous, or do they conceal something far more sinister, evidence of forces beyond our understanding? Theories range from electromagnetic anomalies and dimensional rifts to extraterrestrial involvement and covert government experiments, each more chilling than the last. As the world's mysterious triangles continue to defy logic and elude explanation, they leave behind only unanswered questions and whispered legends. Perhaps the secrets they hold were never meant to be uncovered. What do you believe? Are these triangles connected? Are they gateways to another dimension or proof of forces beyond our understanding? Share your theories in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more chilling mysteries that have vanished in history. For if it vanished, it can be told. Thank you very much for watching.